Hello and welcome to Media and Society class. And you know that media and society must always interact on a daily basis because media acts as a watchdog. It always informs the public of what is going on in the society. But now, what normally happens during the production process? And today we are going to extrapolate or discuss more about the stages involved in the television production process, or is generally media production process, because these processes apply both to television and film production. And we have 5 main stages or steps we are going to go through or discuss, and to be able to understand the stages involved in television production or film production processes. And the first stage, or the first step you need to undergo, is what we call the development stage. And under this particular development stage, this is whereby you as a media practitioner or as media personnel, you are going to come up with an idea, or as what we call idea generation, that about the project that you are going to disseminate to your audiences, or the program you want to disseminate to your audiences. So you are going to sit down as a team or as an individual, and you come up with the most appropriate idea that probably you want to inform the members of the public. Still, under the same stage, you are going to conduct research. Probably, if you are coming up with a program, for example, a television documentary program, you can tell us about the previous researches about the same project, and what the researchers came up with, or is what they discovered during the prior or the previous researches. So still under this particular development stage, you must always find your idea, and your idea must be applicable, or else must be able to inform the public of what normal happens. So before you come up with any television program, you must have an idea before your brain, or else behind your brain. Then after development of an idea, we have what is called pre-production stage. And at this particular stage, we have 3 main aspects that we are going to consider, or else 3 main things you need to keep in mind. At this particular pre-production stage, this is whereby you are going to come up with a plan. Now you had an idea at the production development stage. Now you plan your idea, because your idea must make sense to the members or to your viewers, members of the public. So you are going to plan your idea, and still you are going to talk about the required expenses in terms of finance. How much are you going to incur to actualize your idea, or else realize the idea that you have developed during the development stage. Still under the pre-production stage, you are going to come up with a script, or what we call the scripting. And the script is a blueprint of what you are going to achieve at the tail end of your production process. So you need to come up with a script. You can use different formats of coming up with a script. You can use semi-script format or a full-page scripting format to come up with a script of what you are going to cover, or else what you are going to disseminate to your members of the public. Still, you can come up with the storyboard or the plot. How do you want your program to run? You can talk about probably the actors or the characters that are going to use in your program. You can talk about the plot and the way the events are going to unfold from the beginning up to the end before you go to the third stage. Just like maybe, let's say in your house you have to prepare a meal, and at this particular, the process are just the same. Other developments, you can say maybe you are coming up with an idea of what you are going to cook in the house, or else what you want to serve, the idea about what you want to serve to your guest. Now under pre-production, you are planning now your menu, how your menu is going to appear, or else the ingredient that you need to actualize the idea that you have generated at the first stage. Now we go to the production stage. This is now the cooking stage, right? The stage whereby you are going to actualize your idea. And at this particular production stage, it involves actual shooting of the program, or else the event that you want to cover, right? The actual recording of your television or film program. And at this particular place, you are going to go to the setting, or else the area of coverage, keeping in mind the type of cameras you are going to use, the camera movement, the camera shots, or the angles you are going to use to actualize your idea. So in the setting, in the production stage, you got your setting already, the area of coverage, and keeping in mind about the camera angles, camera movement, or these types of shot you are going to use to actualize your idea at the development stage. Then after you have come up with an idea, let's say now you have already cooked your food, you are going to go to post-production stage, whereby at this particular stage, you are going to actualize if indeed your idea that you had at the scripting stage is that have been able to actualize. Or else at this stage, you are going to engage in editing of the produced program. Maybe let's say you're having an error in terms of camera angles or camera movement, you can be able to edit and come up with the most appropriate shot, or appropriate camera movement that you are going to use to actualize your program. Then after you have come up with your program, you have edited the program, and maybe let's say your food is now ready to be served, you are going to go to what is called a distribution stage of a film production or television production. And under this particular distribution stage, being the last stage, this is the stage whereby you are going to disseminate your project or your program to the members of the public or to the masses. Whereas now you have realized that your program is well edited, it is well packaged, now you are going to distribute or to disseminate your program or your project to the members of the public or to the your targeted audiences. In simple terms, you just need to keep in mind the 5 main stages involved in the production process of a film or as a television content. We said, in summary, the first stage is whereby you come up with an idea under development stage, and second stage, which is very easy, pre-production stage, and we said it involves a planning, financing, and scripting of your program or your project. Then you go and serve, or else you go to the production stage, which we call the actual shooting, which takes place at different settings that you want to record your program. Then we said after production, you are going to post-production, whereby you are going to analyze if indeed what you had written down in your planning stage is what you have actualized after shooting. Then we said the last stage is distribution, whereby you're going to disseminate your content to the members of the public or to your targeted audiences. Thank you so much for listening to this particular program or this presentation. Let's meet next time, same place.